सबको नमस्ते। आईएफएफ न्यूज़ का नया वीडियो में सबका स्वागत है। और मेरे साथ आज डिस्कशन करने के लिए ही नीड्स नो इंट्रोडक्शन, जयदीप दा, एक्चुअली वेरी I think much versed about Indian football. I think we have very few people like him who is daily and continue for a long years he has followed Indian football. So welcome, Jaydeep da, to our show. A very good journalist and one of my favorite journalists, and obviously he was part of All India Football Federation also recently. So welcome, Jaydeep da, to our show.
Thank you, Sharon. Welcome to all of you.
Okay. Okay, I think we have got many people already. Many questions have already started coming in the comment section of what I am seeing in just 1 minute. So, Jaydeep da, to start this thing, before we go to the discussions, firstly, Jaydeep da, जो चल रहा है इंडियन फुटबॉल में आजकल, हम लोग को सबको पता है इंडियन फुटबॉल का हालत अभी सही नहीं है। रिसेंटली एक क्लब के, आई थिंक मैं नाम लेके ही बोलता हूँ, विनय चोपड़ा का कल एक मेल गया था ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन के जनरल सेक्रेटरी के पास, उन्होंने काफी कंसर्न जताया है। इनफैक्ट उन्होंने डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली आई थिंक डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन किया है द वे एआईएफएफ इज वर्किंग राइट नाउ। आपको क्या लग रहा है द वे एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग ऑन, आईएसएल क्या पॉसिबल है? डू यू थिंक रियलिस्टिकली इट इज पॉसिबल नाउ?
सायन, मतलब आपने कहा क्या जो चल रहा है, एक्चुअली द क्वेश्चन शुड बी कुछ नहीं चल रहा है। दैट शुड बी द स्टेटमेंट एक्चुअली। कुछ चल ही नहीं रहा है। दैट इज द वर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट। एंड यू आर आस्किंग मी whether ISL is possible. A full-fledged ISL, as it happens with the double leg system, as we are watching it for the last 2-3 few years as it is happening. Now it seems the chances are very remote because by December end हमारा first leg तो खत्म ही हो जाता है या January में जाके first leg होता है. But now it has not even started. So and today is I think December 12th, I believe.
Yes.
December 12th.
Yes.
So even if some solution over all the problems which are going on at the moment, even if the solution comes, it will take you at least one more month to start. So the chances of a full-fledged ISL seems very remote at the moment. It may go for one what do you call it? Maybe a one-leg tournament. That's what we can hope for. Because to have a double-leg tournament at the moment is very difficult because you do not have enough time left with you. Because it's a 180 matches you can't hold in such a short time. Even if you start in the second week of January, even if you start it, because the chances of starting it at second week of January also looks very remote at the moment. Very little chances. So a full-fledged ISL is of course almost out of question, but a single leg ISL maybe, but that will also create problem because you won't be able to Indian football won't be able to fulfill the AFC criteria. So Indian teams will be out of AFC tournaments. Not that Indian teams are doing great in AFC tournaments. We have seen how Mohun Bagan have done, or for that matter, FC Goa has done. We have seen it. But maybe at the maximum we can go to a challenger tournament after. But that's beside the point. Whether we are going to AFC or not, that's beside the point. No point jumping the gun. Let's have our domestic football first, and the chances of domestic football also looks very remote because the thing is that even I-League has not started.
Correct.
So why talk about ISL? Not even the I-League has started. I-League 2 has not started. I-League 3 has not started. IWL, of course, it will start in December, I think December 28 to January 9. Something is the first leg in one place. I think it is Kalyan and NC in Calcutta National Coach Center of Excellence. So that is again reduced to a single venue tournament.
Hmm.
Again, at the second leg will only be played in April, I think. It is again
Correct.
reduced to a two venue tournament, so home and away, a format which became very IWL became very what you say popular in the last 2 years, and the reason behind the Indian Indian women's football doing well, that has also vanished. So the season, this 2024-25 season, 25-26 season is in complete shambles at the moment,
Correct.
and so that's it. So
So Jaydeep दा
altogether,
यहाँ से मैं
altogether,
उत-
altogether,
नहीं,
it
जयदीप
the looks very gloomy. All I can say.
बट जयदीप दा ग्लूमी तो है, बट पीपल द पीपल हु आर द जो इंडियन फुटबॉल को फॉलो करते, इतने खराब दिन में भी जो अभी भी इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं, जो हमारे शो देखते हैं, उनका बोलने का मतलब है एआईएफएफ क्यों इसका सोल्यूशन नहीं निकाल पा रहा है. Why can't they collaborate with ISL clubs to organize the top tier league? Why can't, मतलब उन्होंने क्या रोक रहा है उनको? Why can't they collaborate, or why they are only passing away their जो जो बोला गया है, they were trying to pass away the responsibility to the clubs. ये क्यों हो रहा है? ये मेरे को ये जानना है, because supporters का daily I think we are getting every day messages from all the fans of Indian football right now. Because मैदान में तो नहीं हो रहा, मैदान के बाहर
But
एटलीस्ट
tell
सपोर्टर्स
me,
एक्टिव है.
no. But what do you mean by that? Passing the buck to the clubs, passing on the responsibility to the clubs, as you said. Well,
लास्ट
what
लास्ट
exactly do you
लास्ट
mean?
मैं आई वांटेड टू मीन दैट परसों जब एआईएफएफ का चिट्ठी गया था टू ऑल द क्लब्स, एंड द वे मिस्टर विनय चोपड़ा रिएक्टेड टू दैट, अगर मेल में ठीक से पढ़ा हूँ पूरा, अगर मेल मेरे पास जब मैं जो मेल देखा, तो
जी.
इनडायरेक्टली वो यही बोलना मांग रहे हैं दैट आप यू आर द सोल पर्सन, आप तो हेड हो, यू आर आपको तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना है. उल्टा आप हम लोग को बोल रहे हो. हाँ, हम लोग तो वाकई में लोगों का सैलरी दे रहे हैं, अभी भी इंडियन फुटबॉल का कुछ पता नहीं है, फिर भी हम लोग अभी भी चला रहे हैं, अपना पैसा खर्च कर रहे हैं, पीपल आर गेटिंग द सैलरी. बट आपको तो यू हैव टू थिंक अहेड एंड get some solution to it. You being the parent body, you can't just sit and just think that नहीं नहीं हो जाएगा सब कुछ, ऐसे तो नहीं कर सकते, राइट? यही मैं बोलना मांग रहा था.
Yeah. You are absolutely right.
हम्म,
AFF has to take the responsibility because, after all, they are the parent body. So they
हम्म,
should do what India. Matlab, running Indian football is their baby.
हम्म,
That's why they are the All India Football Federation. That's why they are the parent body of Indian football. So they cannot put the blame on others. They have to take the blame on themselves. They are surely to be blamed what is happening. 100%. Why 100%? 500% they have surely to be blamed. But what you said, that कि क्लब के साथ मिलके उनको क्लब को देना चाहिए रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि क्लब के साथ मिलके कर रहे, उसमें थोड़ा सा कुछ प्रॉब्लम, थोड़ा सा क्यों काफी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. AFF constitution, which has been delivered by the what you call it, by the Supreme Court, which clearly says that Indian Premier League should be run by the AFF only, but nobody else. So even if you want to pass it on to the club in collaboration with the club, AFF is running it. I think in that case you need some changes, amendments in the constitution. And amending the constitution, because their hands are tied. Somebody can go to the court and say, "Ki Supreme Court has clearly said that the Premier League of the country will be run by the AFF, and they are now allowed the clubs to run the tournament." Somebody can easily go to the club and challenge this, and then AFF will be in deep soup, because they will be then blamed for not for defying the constitution. There is a way for it. AFF will have to amend the constitution. There is a way behind it.
Okay.
If there is a will, there is a way also, as they say. So there is a way for it, way out for it. But for that, amending the constitution, then you have to call for a special general body meeting. You have to give a 21-day notice for that. Then call for a special general body meeting, and there you have to amend it, and then only you can proceed further on it. So the problem is that the AFF had given a letter A few days back, you have also seen AFF Deputy
Hmm.
Secretary General Mr. Satyanarayan wrote a letter to all the members, all the
Hmm.
ISL clubs, saying that please come over. We will run the league
Hmm.
together. We'll in collaboration.
Hmm.
We'll run that together. We can discuss about these things. That's what he has said. Even that was not right on his part to say.
Correct.
Actually, if you go
Correct.
by the constitution, he has no right to say such things. He should have conferred with the executive committee and the general body before taking a decision, because AFFs, as per the constitutions, the hands are tied. Nobody can go bypass the constitution and do something. You have to, because even if you do it, it will be immediately challenged. And if you are
Correct.
challenged, then everything will comes to a standstill. So in the end, nobody will be a winner. Everybody will be a loser in the end in that case.
करेक्ट. ये तो बहुत बड़ा एक्चुअली वे है. मतलब आई थिंक आज के दिन में एआईएफएफ जैसे चल रहा है, जरीब दा, ये दर्शाता है दैट एआईएफएफ का फार साइटेडनेस, ऑर्गेनाइज करना, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली काफी वीक नजर आ रहा है. बिकॉज ऐसे हम लोग नहीं देखे. हाँ, इससे पहले भी पीपल हैव बीन पार्ट ऑफ एआईएफएफ. मैं नहीं बोलूंगा सब 100 में 100 थे, बट दिस टर्म हैज बीन वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट ऑफ इंडियन फुटबॉल इन recent past. The way the things have been handled, especially in last 2 years, so I would say the things have gone downhill. It's gone downhill like anything. ये implication जदीप दा एक चीज में हमको लाता है, जो आई थिंक जो कल डिस्कस भी हम लोग कर रहे थे. व्हाट आर द इम्प्लीकेशंस जो हम लोग देख रहे हैं? आईएसएल का अनसर्टेन फ्यूचर है, इंडियन का फुटबॉल ग्रोथ डेवलपमेंट. हाल ही फिलहाल में हम लोग एशियन कप में क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाए हैं. हमारे वुमेन्स टीम का प्रिपरेशन ठीक से नहीं चल रहा है. कोई सामने से तो बोल नहीं रहा है, बट जो देखने को आ रहा है, अगेंस्ट नेपाल और ईरान के साथ हम लोग वुमेन्स टीम ने गेम खेला, उसके बाद दे वर अनेबल टू अरेंज गुड क्वालिटी गेम्स इन नवंबर विंडो. उसके बाद अभी हम लोग एशियन कप खेलेंगे. थिंग्स आर इन अ वेरी नॉट अ गुड शेप राइट नाउ. अभी जो हालात है इंडियन फुटबॉल के, और आईएसएल बंद होने से सबसे बड़ा हो जाने से क्या होता है, लोगों का सैलरी है, पीपल आर अटैच्ड टू दिस गेम. मेनी पीपल आर लाइवलीहुड डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस गेम. तो उनका भी तो अनसर्टेन हो रहा है. और हम लोग इतना कैजुअल कैसे हो सकते हैं? मतलब मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज गोइंग आउट ऑफ हैंड नाउ. मतलब जितना दिन सोच रहा था, मैं सोचता था ये लास्ट है, अभी आप लग रहा है ये लास्ट नहीं, इससे भी नीचे हम लोग जा सकते हैं. और अभी आज लग रहा है इससे भी नीचे हम लोग जा सकते हैं. मतलब
हाँ,
ऐसे हो
मतलब
रहा है. इट्स गेटिंग चेंज्ड.
देखो शायद देखिए आप, ये तो we have been discussing it for last 2-3 months regularly, the same thing that
Yes, yes.
they have taken. Although it will, there is no point getting into it again, that how irresponsible the AFF acted in the last few months. In the irresponsible, in a reckless manner, and their indifference attitude. That's most important. But that's what's not important. That's the most saddening part of it. Sad part of it. But it will have this is not holding the league. Yeah, you are right. There will be player salary and everything will be affected. The game will be affected. As we spoke on the other day also, I was on your show where we discussed that. Okay, ISL players are still getting most of them get a decent salary. They may sustain for a year or maybe 6 months or whatever till some solution comes. But what about the I League players, I League 2 players whose salary is low, who are not in a hand-to-mouth situation, but not getting a salary for 2-3 months is a blow for them, blow for their livelihood, a blow for everything. But this is also going to affect Indian football very badly. For the reason it will affect, I am sure, in the next 2 years, it is going to affect the national team very badly. Because we have seen how the players were unfit, how the players were unprepared in the Asian qualifiers. It is not their fault, because we have failed to give them any domestic tournament, any match time. So so national team is going to be very badly affected by this show. That the biggest losers will be the national team. That I can guarantee you. And to add to it, as you said, talked about the about the women's team, the November window. ये नवंबर विंडो में तो जो हुआ है सायन, वो तो आई थिंक इट कॉल्स फॉर ए फुल फ्लेजेड इन्वेस्टिगेशन व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इन द नवंबर विंडो. द नवंबर विंडो हैज गॉन वेस्ट where they were supposed to go in Macedonia for a tournament.
Correct.
North Macedonia or Macedonia, somewhere they were supposed to go a tournament.
Yes.
उसमें वो वहां जाके खेलने की क्या क्या कारण, क्या इस पीछे क्या है, किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. क्योंकि मैसिडोनिया ऐसा एक टीम है जिनके रैंकिंग मेरे ख्याल से इंडिया से नीचे है ना, इंडिया से नीचे है. अगर आपको प्रिपरेशन करना है तो आप देखो, हमारे ग्रुप में वियतनाम था. वियतनाम इज इन आवर ग्रुप, नहीं था नहीं, जो है एशियन कप जो मार्च में हो रहा है, उनके प्रिपरेशंस देखो, हमारे प्रिपरेशंस देखो. उसके बाद आप मैसिडोनिया भी नहीं जा पाए. वहां क्या हुआ कि आपको वीसा नहीं मिला. Why you did not get visa, nobody knows. And I think you paid around 2 lakhs of rupees for visa. That is also gone to waste. After that, आपने क्या किया? You went to UAE. UAE is not a major team in women's football. And you didn't play even against UAE, who have not played. ये नवंबर विंडो में इंडिया जो 2 मैच खेला है, 2 क्लब टीम के साथ खेला है. वो यूएई लीग में एक टीम 4th प्लेस्ड है, एक टीम 5th प्लेस्ड है. एक टीम को आपने 8x गोल से हराया और एक दूसरे टीम को बीटन देम 3-1. So what kind of preparation is this? And I don't want to say certain officials in the national team of the AIFF are involved in it. There are some, I think, some football, they got hold of some football agents. They prepared, they arranged this tour. It's complete mayhem. This is a, I'm not saying it's a scam, but this is a sign of total indifference towards the women's team. And I personally feel there should be a investigation. There should be an investigation committee to see that why November window has been wasted so badly, and even after wasting so much of money, that has to be investigated.
एकदम. I think the hope. I think the team came to Delhi. How they were not able to go to that tour again. They made a sudden plan to UAE. Really doesn't make any sense. I totally agree with you, Jaydeep da. एक चीज Jaydeep da यहाँ पर ना भी बोलना है. I think कोई बोल भी रहा है. I think people are saying in social platform में तो बहुत ज्यादा बात चल रहा है, सोशल मीडिया में काफी बात चल रहा है, और ये बात सही भी है. क्या आपको नहीं लगता कल्याण चौबे जी का जो लीडरशिप स्टाइल है, यही कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है इंडियन फुटबॉल के स्ट्रगल में? बिकॉज मेरे को लग रहा है somehow this is the only main core reason for this debacle. If your leader is perfect, would have been perfect, no, शायद हम लोग को इतना प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं रहता. आई थिंक हम हमारे प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व भी हो सकते थे. यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम्स आ रहे. A sign of a good leader is always to create solution to problems. This what we have seen in where we have worked or where we have gone. But here we are seeing a leader who is saying that ठीक है, अगर आप करते तो करो, ठीक है, मैं तो ठीक हूँ, मैं अपना जगह से हिलने नहीं वाला हूँ, और आप लोग कर लो जो भी करना है, मैं अपने जगह पे ठीक हूँ. Do you think that is also a reason for this debacle?
Sayan, once again we have discussed it again and again. So I have nothing. मगर दादा every day कुछ ना कुछ ऐड हो रहा है सर. दादा it's not his leadership, it is his lack of leadership. And the worst part is, Sayan, is that it is not his lack of leadership, of course, and the worst part is his complete indifference. आप देखिए पूरा इंडियन फुटबॉल का अभी मतलब it's a COVID like situation. There is no football at all. No football. It's now more than 250, around 250 days. A Premier League match has not been played in India. और आप देखिए आपके मिस्टर कल्याण चौबे जो प्रेसिडेंट है, वो AIFF के अंदर ऑफिस के अंदर बैठ के क्या कर रहे हैं? वो बैडमिंटन खेल रहे हैं. बैडमिंटन का कोर्ट बनाया गया है और वहां बैठ के वो बैडमिंटन खेल रहे हैं.
सरकाज़म बोल रहा हूं ना, सच बात मत.
नहीं, आप जाके देखिए फुटबॉल हाउस में द्वारका में, ही इज प्लेइंग बैडमिंटन विद द स्टाफ मेंबर्स.
I think
Instead
that's a
of
big
instead of
story.
see, it's not a big story. See, nobody playing is always good. Playing badminton is also good. There is nothing wrong in it. But the things that it doesn't go down well. It doesn't look well. That is the biggest thing. You understand what I mean to say?
I
It
got,
does.
I got it.
So I'm not. See, I'm not.
अरे आपके घर
What
में आग
what
लगा है और आप घर में पार्टी कर रहे हो, ऐसा बात है.
Yeah, it's like when Rome was burning, Nero was playing fiddling with his. I think he was playing a banjo or whatever he was playing. It is like that. It is like that. आपकी पूरा इंडियन फुटबॉल बैठा हुआ है, किसी को मालूम नहीं है क्या होगा नहीं होगा. Even your staff members are in a quandary whether if no sponsorship comes, how this federation will run, how the staff members will receive their salary in the next 6 months. But you are playing badminton. That's that's amazing. It saddens me. It disappoints me actually.
जरीब ना, बैडमिंटन कोर्ट में खेला जा रहा है, गुड्डा ऑफिस के अंदर ही खेल रहे हैं बैडमिंटन. और ये स्टोरी कब का है, आज का है?
See, that is not the point, whether it is outside or inside or there is
नहीं, आज का है क्या? आज की, is it today?
Okay, forget it. Just forget it. But it's happening like that. Let's not get into it. There's no point discussing such things. I have just give you an example. That's all. But how indifferent he is to the entire thing. That's what. So it is his lack of leadership, which is ruining Indian football. Not ruining, which has ruined Indian football.
Not ruining it. It is ruined, completely ruined जगह पे हम लोग को लेके गए हैं. आपको क्या लगता है, मतलब अभी के प्रेसिडेंट साहब क्या रिजाइन कर सकते हैं? मतलब डू यू थिंक एनी चांस ऑफ हिम रिजाइनिंग फ्रॉम दिस पोस्ट नाउ, गिवन देयर हैज बीन लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म, आई थिंक इंटरनली एएफएफ के अंदर बाहर में भी देयर हैज बीन लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म. डू यू थिंक समहाउ इससे ये सब चीज का सॉल्यूशन एक चीज में हो सकता है, जो उनका रेजिग्नेशन है? तो आपको लगता है ये कर सकते, ये बंदे करेंगे? हाल फिलहाल देख के तो हम लोग उतना आश्वस्त नहीं हो सकते. आपको क्या लगता है, बिकॉज आपने उनको देखा भी है करीब से, थोड़ा आपका टेक जानना चाहता हूं मैं.
I don't think he will resign, though he should. If you ask me, he should, but he will not. As much I know him, he's not going to resign. He will make sure that he completes his 4-year term, which comes to an end on September 5, 2026. He will stay on where he is for the next 10 months or 8 months up to September, and that's it. But in reality, he should resign. I'm not saying that if he resigns, all the problems will be solved, because problems are too complicated. One resignation is not going to help it, but his resignation may help in making things smoother and resolving a lot of problems. So looking at the future of Indian football, looking at the welfare of Indian football, I think he should resign. He should resign for the simple reason he has failed to deliver. He has completely failed to deliver in the last 4 months. He should take, if he's a real leader, he should take the responsibility and step down. But he will not. That I can give you.
बैडमिंटन खेल रहे तो कैसे रिजाइन करेंगे? बैडमिंटन खेलेंगे, उसके बाद टेनिस भी खेलेंगे कुछ दिन बाद. जब तक है टाइम तो खेलते रहेंगे. और हम लोग यहाँ पर सुबह से रात तक डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. आप इतने वरिष्ठ पत्रकार हैं, आप इतना दिन इंडियन फुटबॉल को फॉलो किए हैं, आप अभी भी यू टेक आउट टाइम टू फॉलो इंडियन फुटबॉल, गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन, शेयर इट विद नॉर्मल पीपल. और ऐसे हम लोग जितने फैंस हम लोग को देखते हैं, अभी भी इतने आदमी देख रहे हैं, वो भी इतना सोचते हैं इंडियन फुटबॉल को लेके, उनको इतना टेंशन है. मगर भाई साहब तो बैडमिंटन और टेनिस में इंटरेस्टेड है. आई थिंक उनको फिर बैडमिंटन का प्रेसिडेंट बना देना चाहिए आइडियली, मगर उसमें भी फिर हम लोग खत्म हो जाएंगे लगा. But hardly, but it's very sad that I may be laughing at this thing, but it is it's a matter of shame the way things have been doing it. So, आपको from here, so what do you think, Jaydeep Da? How do you think the fans, players, coaches in the system जो है, जो काफी क्या बोलते, काफी आशा के साथ हर दिन देखते हैं, जब 20 अभी सबका सबका निशान, दे आर ऑल वेटिंग फॉर 20 दिसंबर, कब आएगा वो दिन, फिर कुछ नया कुछ अपडेट्स आएगा, फिर हम लोग को तारीख मिलेगा, फिर और एक तारीख मिलेगा। तो वो क्या करे बताइए दादा, हाउ हाउ दे हाउ दे वुड सर्वाइव, बिकॉज वी हैव फ्यू पीपल वर्किंग फॉर अस, हम लोग को उनका सैलरी देना पड़ता है। अभी हम मेरे को लग रहा है वो लोग करेंगे क्या सुपर कप फाइनल होने के बाद, मेरे को लगा उनको मैं क्या बोलूं करने। आफ्टर दैट वी
That
आर
is true.
थिंकिंग।
That's the real scenario of Indian football. As I said, it's a COVID time in Indian football, like COVID-like time. Indian football has come to a complete standstill. It is. Why? You are absolutely right. And how you will pay their salary and for what you will pay their salaries also, because they have been hired for doing football, and if there is no football, then why should you pay their salaries? It's simple. I can understand it. But at the moment, frankly speaking, I have no solution with me because I am a very small fry. Even if I have a solution, who bothers about me? But yeah, it's
नहीं बट
true. It's,
नहीं
it is
जयदीप दा,
true.
मगर जो भी है दादा, आप इतना साल इंडियन फुटबॉल कवर किए हो, आप आप जितना साल किए हो शायद ही, मतलब देयर आर वेरी फ्यू पीपल हु हैव कवर्ड इंडियन फुटबॉल इन दैट एक्सटेंट। मतलब अगर अगर हम लोग को कुछ जानना होता है, बिकॉज आई गिव यू ऑलवेज गिव यू अ कॉल, बिकॉज आई नो आपके पास सब इंफॉर्मेशन और इंडियन फुटबॉल की हिस्ट्री और कैसे चल रहा है, यू हैव द सोल्यूशन। पर दादा एक चीज यहाँ पर तो 100% है दादा, व्हाई गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट कमिंग इन एंड सेइंग नहीं चौबे साहब आपसे नहीं हो रहा है, आप जाओ और आप प्लीज जाओ। गवर्नमेंट का भी तो कुछ रोल है, उनका रोल तो ये नहीं है सबके साथ मीटिंग करके बोल दिया अरे ठीक है मीटिंग हो गया, तुम लोग ठीक कर लो, मीटिंग करवा दिया, अभी सब सब ठीक हो गया। ऐसा तो नहीं करने से नहीं चलेगा ना दादा, हम उनको बोलना है भाई आप जाओ, आप ही लाए थे, हम लोग लाए थे, हम लोग से गलती हुआ, आप अभी भी जाओ आप।
Sir, I think that's not the way. मतलब ये आप जो बोल रहे हो वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन ये it's not easy because the government has to follow a lot of rules and regulations and a lot of procedures the government has to follow. And none of us can, we should not forget the fact that Mr. Kalyan Chaubey is a duly elected president of the AIFF for 4 years. So to for an outsider to tell him, however powerful the outsider is, to tell him that you put down your papers and go home, that will be a very democratic, very undemocratic process, which the government will. Why should the government do it? For that matter, anyone will do it. Anybody who has some what you say respect for democratic ideas, which actually the problem is Mr. Kalyan Chaubey has no respect for the democratic ideas. But to remove him, uh, remove a democratically elected president is not easy, not easy. And nobody's, even if you ask but why should government bail the cat? It is if the AIFF has to remove its president, it has to be president by the AIFF only and their members only, those who have elected them. When they are keeping quiet, when they seems quite happy with the way things are going, or not going, rather, that things are not at all going anywhere. If they feel happy, then why should anybody else will get into it, and why should someone else will step onto it? You tell me.
तो
Because
आपको
you
नहीं
have a
लगता दादा,
problem at your office. You have a problem at your office. It is the staff members who should solve it, not from somebody from outside will come and solve the problem.
मगर जनी तो एक
Isn't
चीज
it?
ये भी तो है, एक चीज ये भी तो है, एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी मेंबर्स लाइक मिस्टर अभिजीत पाल, उन्होंने एक वो काफी नाखुश है जैसे एआईएफएफ वर्क कर रहा है अभी काइंडली, एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी मेंबर है, बहुत सारे स्टेट एसोसिएशंस आर आल्सो नॉट हैप्पी विद द वे इंडियन फुटबॉल फेडरेशन इज वर्किंग करेंटली। सो यहाँ से क्या वो कुछ नहीं कर सकते यहाँ से हम लोग को निकालने के लिए, मतलब हम लोग मतलब इंडियन फुटबॉल को निकालने के लिए, बिकॉज ये अभी ये हम लोग दादा, आज हम लोग लास्ट, आप मेरे को याद है आप जुलाई में मेरे को बोले थे शायद इस साल लीक होने से रहा, अभी भी मेरे को याद है, वी वर डिस्कसिंग इन जुलाई और अगस्त, आई डोंट थिंक एग्जैक्ट मेरे को याद नहीं है, अब मतलब आप होने से रहा इस बार इस लीग। एंड आज करंटली व्हेन आई एम डिस्कसिंग दिस इन द मिड ऑफ दिसंबर, वी आर, अभी तो मेरे को आपको लग रहा है चांसेस ऑफ हैविंग अ लीग इज वेरी वेरी मिनिमल, वेरी मिनिमल। it's near to impossible right now. तो
Yeah,
वो
I
कुछ
told
नहीं
you
कर सकते.
in the अभी थोड़ी देर पहले तो आपको मैंने वही बोला, अभी बहुत
नहीं, मैं
मुश्किल
बोल रहा हूँ
होगा.
स्टेट एसोसिएशन और ये कुछ नहीं कर सकते टू जस्ट रिमूव हिम,
नहीं,
यही मैं
कर
बोल
तो
रहा
वो
हूँ.
बहुत सोच सकते हैं, तो कर तो वो बहुत सोच सकते हैं, बिकॉज दे हैव इलेक्टेड हिम, एंड if they want to do something, they can do something. What I don't know, but they can do a lot of things. They can put pressure, they can ask him to pull up his socks, they can ask questions, they can challenge why so and so is not happening, why Indian football is at this stage. They can ask a lot of things, but nobody is asking, except one or two who have written a few letters to the AFF and the AFF secretary. Except one or two, nobody is asking, nobody is bothered. Those who are running the game are not bothered. That is the biggest problem. If I and you are bothered, it means nothing, for the simple reason I and you have no power. We have no power to change. We have no nothing. We have no control over things. We cannot dictate terms. Nobody listens to us. So that's a different issue altogether. But those who are running the game, who have been entrusted with running the game, when they are not doing anything, so we can only stand outside and what do you say? Look at the condition of Indian football. It is what you say, like a building, like an old building. It's in dilapidated condition actually at the moment. Indian football is in dilapidated condition.
Jaydeep, हमारे I took one exclusive interview of Mr. Baichung Bhutia, the ex-Indian international, last month, and I think we were having a chat, and I asked him that, and he said me upfront, उन्होंने एक बात बोला that the way the players right now are begging to play this game, the way this has happened in Indian football. Well, he told me that Kalyan Chaubey has taken Indian football to an extent right now, where I think what he has never seen in his life during his playing days and all those times. And he says now players have also started begging. Now at least he should take some responsibility and a bit of courage to remove from his job to remove. But जैसा चल रहा है, जैसे बैडमिंटन चल रहा है, पता नहीं उसके बाद क्या चलेगा, पता नहीं, मगर जैसे चल रहा है तो इज नियर टू इम्पॉसिबल है. और अगर वो सितंबर तक रहे, शायद हम लोग आई थिंक वी कैन हिट आई थिंक 200 रैंक इज आल्सो not so far
Yeah.
away from us.
But this complete inactivity will not only, as I told you, it will help. It will affect national team. It will also affect your grassroots football, because grassroots football where the children are playing, and only their parents are sending them to play football. But if the situation is like that, parents will stop sending their children to football. They will send them to other sport, where at least there is something are being done. So that is also, it's a as I said, it's a very gloomy condition at the moment. There has to be a way out. I am sure it will not remain for like this forever. There will be dawn after night, sure. But when I'm in a quandary, actually, at the moment, I really don't know. I'm sure a lot of people don't know. A lot of people
Sure.
don't know, and most of the people don't know. I'm sure about it.
Really sad, really sad. Jaydeep, I think there is one, two, three questions before we put an end to
Yeah.
this. There has been few questions which has been put up. I think Subodh Kumar Sahu has this question. He asks you directly, how will be the next league get back to trust and support of the fans? As of now, we have seen what had happened in Super Cup final attendance. The attendance was very low. The people, I think Goa, FC Goa playing at their home background, at their home, still attracted very less support that day because
Yeah,
people
but
are
that's
losing.
natural. That's natural, because people have lost hope. Fans have lost hope. The fans are. You have to respect the fans. They are spending their time and money and every resources, everything to come and watch you. And if you continue to behave like this in the most indifferent manner, that there will be no, and you are not bothered that matches are not being played, nothing is being done. Why should, and your national team is day after day, your national team is losing. So why should we fan come back? I don't. It's what this is expected. This has to happen, and the number of spectators will further diminish if it continues like that. You have to offer the fans something. See, fans are not getting anything, asking for anything. They are spending their money, time, everything for what? To get some fun, to get some entertainment. Yeah, that's why they are supporting you. Their heart is with you. Heart is with the game. Their hearts are with the game. So that's they are coming. So, but if you continue to disappoint them day after day, every day, why should they will desert you? They will automatically desert you. In any form of life, people when they are disappointed, they just stay away from it.
Correct. 100%. 100%. I think this was one of the questions, and I think Robin has this question: can AIFF change constitution or exco committee, or who can change? Can AIFF change constitution? I am not able to get this question. He's saying or exco committee, even or they need to take approval from exco committee. I think that was his question. I think maybe.
So this is just a process. You have to go to the exco, take a decision on it, and then you have to take it to the special general body. Those who are those who are abided by the constitution, they have to amend it. Nobody else can do it. They have to do it. That's it.
जयदीप दा, अभी तो हम लोग सबका नजर अभी 20 तारीख के ऊपर है. What hope we can have from 20th meeting? What best can be done on 20th? क्या best हम लोग expect?
हाँ, but tell me one thing, Shayan. What are you hoping on 20th?
At least कुछ पॉजिटिव सुनने मिल जाए हम लोग को. कुछ
मतलब क्या पॉजिटिव सुनने के मिल जाए? Give me an idea.
जैसे निशांत का ये क्वेश्चन है, can we expect something on 20th? मतलब कुछ डिवाइन इंटरवेंशन, लाइक गवर्नमेंट कमिंग इन एंड सेइंग दैट कुछ हुआ है एंड इसके बीच कुछ चेंजेस हो जाए, कुछ मीटिंग में कुछ हो जाए, कुछ बातचीत हो ऐसे दैट शायद कुछ और चीजें आ जाए सामने. वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट. हम लोग कुछ फिल्म का स्क्रिप्ट जैसा एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, जिस लास्ट क्लाइमेक्स में आके कुछ अगर हो जाए, हम लोग बच जाए.
See, is government is willing to intervene, then it don't need to wait till 20th. 20 तारीख तक उनके वेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इस हफ्ते उन्होंने कोर्ट में आए नहीं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के कुछ बोले नहीं है. हो सकता है अगले हफ्ता सोमवार मंगलवार वी आर होपिंग that वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कुछ बोलेंगे. And another thing, there is also a possibility clubs might go to Supreme Court on maybe on maybe on Monday or Tuesday and do something on it. So for उसके लिए 20th तक वेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. और 20th में lot of people are saying that the constitution may be amended and all. That's not possible. For constitution, this is an annual general meeting. This annual general meeting agendas are always fixed as per the constitution. You have a fixed agenda. In that, you cannot bring all this agenda. If you have to amend the constitution, again, I am telling you, you have to give a 21-day notice. You have to call for a special general meeting and then only amend the constitution with a single agenda of amending the constitution. So this 20th, don't expect anything. Anything.
तो हम लोग को और एक तारीख ही मिलेगा, तारीख पे तारीख. द सीजन कंटिन्यूज ऑफ तारीख पे तारीख. आई थिंक दैट्स द लाइन फॉर इट. मैं बोला तारीख पे तारीख का ही चल रहा है अभी. एंड दैट इज द सैड पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन फुटबॉल पार्ट फैंस. आई थिंक मेनी थिंग्स हैव रियली वेरी सैड. जयदीप दा, टू रैप इट अप, हम लोग लो पे तो रीच कर गए हैं जयदीप दा. हम लोग बहुत बार डिस्कस कर भी चुके हैं. ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन के काम से भी हम लोग काफी निराश है. सो कैसे पॉजिटिव रहे इस माहौल में? आप थोड़ा पॉजिटिविटी भी हम लोग को थोड़ा बोलो, सो दैट हम लोग पॉजिटिव रहे और हम लोग कुछ पॉजिटिव कुछ सोचे एटलीस्ट इस खराब में भी कुछ. आप बता दो आपके वे में.
मतलब ये मैं तो पहले भी आपको बोल चुका हूँ, दोबारा बोल रहा हूँ. वी आर गोइंग थ्रू ए डार्क पीरियड, ए वेरी डार्क पीरियड, बट देयर विल बी लाइट एट द एंड ऑफ द टनल. Sometime it's cannot go on. This is an unusual condition at the moment, and an unusual condition cannot remain forever. हाँ, थोड़ा लेट हो रहा है. सीजन खराब हो गया है. Season has been wasted completely. मतलब halfway through the season, nothing has happened. In another 4 months time will be end of the season also. January, February, March, April, May will be end of the season. Everything is fine, but that doesn't mean it will remain forever. It's a great game. It's a great game. It's a beautiful game, and we have been playing it for 150 years. So so it will come back on its own. It will take its corrective. It will take the corrective measures within its own system, and will come back in a triumphant manner. I am very sure about it. Only thing at the moment we are very disappointed because nothing is happening. But that doesn't mean it will continue forever. There
तो
will be
जयदीप दा,
light
आपका
at the end of the tunnel.
आपका फेवरेट
There
लाइन
will
थोड़ा
be light
बोल
at the
दीजिए.
end of the tunnel.
आपका फेवरेट लाइन थोड़ा बोल दीजिए, जो मेरा भी फेवरेट लाइन बन चुका है आपसे सुन के. इंडियन फुटबॉल विल गो
Yeah,
ऑन.
yeah, of course, go on. Otherwise, I and you wouldn't have been talking, and so many people were not wouldn't have been listening to it
Listening.
also.
Correct,
In the
correct,
in the deep in their hearts, they have some hopes.
correct,
They
correct.
nurture hopes. That's
Sure.
why they are here. Had they had
एकदम.
they had they had no hopes, they would have rejected it long ago, and you wouldn't have found even one listener to your show,
Correct, correct,
isn't
correct,
it?
correct,
So, and I would have refused to come to your show, and you would have refused to even hold the show
correct,
because there is
correct.
nothing. But there is something ahead. There is a future ahead. That's why we are discussing and how to come out of that. That's what we
Obviously.
are discussing.
श्योर दादा, श्योर दादा. आई थिंक देर आए मगर दुरुस्त आए. आई थिंक कुछ भी हो, आई थिंक इंडियन फुटबॉल will definitely make a comeback. And I think on this positive note, we can bid all good night from our side. I think it was lovely chatting with you, Jaydeep da. आपसे always बात करके तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है. सिर्फ मेरे को नहीं, I think all the viewers who have always watches our channel, और सभी बोलते हैं जयदीप दा कब आएंगे और बोलेंगे अपना फेवरेट वर्ड इंडियन फुटबॉल विल गो ऑन. और एक चीज है, जयदीप दा का बात है, सब बोलते हैं मेरे को, वेयर इज जयदीप दास की वर्ड, इजंट इट. जयदीप दा कब बोलेंगे इजंट इट. so lovely talking to you, Dada. It's always a big respect.
Thank you
Good night.
to all of you,
I
those
know.
who had enough patience to listen to me. Thank you to all of them.
Thanks. Good night from all of us. If you like this video, do press in like button, and always comment on our video after the video is released. Please follow us in Twitter and YouTube also. Thanks. Good night from us.